Hello everyone, welcome to the Currency and Commodity Buzz. This is Gaurang Somaya, your FX analyst. Starting with the dollar-rupee pair, we have seen that rupee seems to be quite resilient, and despite the strength in the dollar index and weakness in the Chinese yuan, we've seen that rupee was trading in this broad range. Inflation too has eased a bit on the domestic front. We've seen that FIs overall have been net buyers last month, and that again was keeping the rupee depreciation curbed a bit. RBI has been actively intervening, and that again is suggesting that RBI has been there to curtail the overall volatility of the currency. In this month, we'll be keeping an eye on the RBI policy statement, as well as the Fed, ECB, and the BOE will be coming out with their policy statements. Expectation is that the RBI could maintain a pause for the second successive meeting, and the overall volatility for the rupee will be triggered more by the global factors. Now talking about the dollar index, we have seen that the overall dollar remains supported at lower levels. Most of the economic numbers that have been coming out from the US have been slightly above estimates. The Fed chairman and the other officials are suggesting that inflation still remains a concern, and that has built up expectation of one more rate hike, but the market at this time seems to be a little divided between a rate hike and a pause. The debt ceiling negotiation that was talk of the town is now behind us, and the Democrats and Republicans have finally managed to reach a deal. What to watch out in this month? We have the FOMC policy statement wherein bias is shifting towards taking a pause, but at the same time, better than expected economic data could push some members to vote for another 25 basis rate hike. The overall dollar could remain supported at lower levels, and we expect the other major crosses to trade slightly sideways with a negative bias. In case of the other major crosses, we've seen that euro overall gradually in the past few months has been under pressure. Pound too saw some bit of selling pressure last month, and inflation related concerns have still been there. The weakness in the euro has been on back of the strength in the dollar index. But if we look at the UK inflation, that has retraced a bit after hitting that double-digit mark in the previous month. This month as well, we'll be keeping an eye on the ECB and the BOE policy statement, wherein both these major central banks are expected to raise rates by another 25 basis points. If you look at the Japanese yen, that has fallen below the 140 mark, and market participants are betting that the Fed could continue to raise rates, but at the same time, the Bank of Japan could continue to maintain its loose monetary policy, which again could be slightly negative as far as the Japanese yen is concerned. Now summarizing our outlook for the month of June, we expect the dollar rupee pair to continue to trade slightly sideways, 81.80 on the lower side, and on the higher side 83.20, 83.50 will continue to act as an important resistance. In case of the dollar index, we maintain a positive bias, and we expect that 105 on the higher side could be acting as an important resistance. On the lower side, 101.50, 102 is an important support to watch out for. In case of the other major crosses, we expect the euro and pound to remain slightly under pressure. But in case of the Japanese yen, we have seen that yen against the US dollar remains under pressure. 142.50, 143 on the higher side will be acting as an important resistance as far as the USD JPY pair is concerned. And on the lower side, as long as 138 is held on, we maintain a positive view on the USD JPY pair. For more such updates, search Motilal Oswal.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.